All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the language of algebra and some of the words and terms that you're going to come across when we are talking about algebra. So let's go through a bit of a list. All right, the word constant simply means a number on its own. So if you see something like +4 or -7, it's just a number. It doesn't change. The value of it is constant. It's always +4. It's always -7. So we call that a constant. A pronumeral, you might remember from a previous video, is just where we use a letter in place of a number. So for example, might be X or Y. Okay, X is a pronumeral, Y is a pronumeral. A coefficient is the number immediately in front of a pronumeral, and it includes the sign. So it might be a positive sign or a negative sign. So in this example here, where we've got -5y here. In front of the y is the number -5. So we say the coefficient of y is -5. It's the number in front. Terms are pieces that make up an expression. Now that one might be a bit confusing, but bear with me, we'll see what we mean. Here are some terms. 2x is a term. -3y is a term. +10 is a constant, but it's also a term, because if I put them together, then I get an expression. So when terms are placed together, so it might look like this: 2x minus 3y plus 10. It looks like a mathematical sentence, if you like, an algebraic sentence, and it's made up of terms. In this case, it's made up of 3 pieces: the 2x minus 3y and a plus 10. Finally, the last word I want you to be familiar with is this word called an equation. Now, it's just an expression that has an equal sign in it. So if I take that expression that we just built a minute ago and wrote it out like that, you can see now it's got an equal sign in it. We call it an equation. So an expression doesn't have the equal sign, but it's made up of terms. So is an equation. It's also made up of terms, but it's a special one that has an equal sign in it. So for now, just get familiar with those words. Copy down the table into your books if you need to for study purposes. But there's some of the words that you're going to come across, or the language of algebra. Well done.